Hi, welcome to Trebons. You're seeing G on the table. I don't really want G on the table. The puppies are going on the table today. I'm on my own, so G, down. G, down, 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 down. G. No, we're not. It's not your turn today. G, down. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. That's enough. Okay, so I'll take a puppy, and we've got who we're having first. We're having the red boy first. So I thought there'd be a chance to see your puppies. Their conformity, how they are on the table, and when it comes to pedigree breeding, there's three things that go into a pedigree dog. That's conformity, because that's what the standard is about, that's what pedigrees are about, conformity. Then there's the mentality, that's what you have to live with. And different standards have different requirements when it comes to temperament, but in general, in the modern world, what we're looking for are dogs that we can live with in the family. We don't want dogs that are completely overexcited. We want dogs that are well balanced, that we can look after, that we can control, because we can't control the dog, we can't live with them. And that's a real shame, so we need to make sure that we have the right temperament for the dogs. So this is the red male. He's a lovely thing. He's probably the most independent of all the males. I'd say probably he is. He very much thinks he's a little superstar, this one. Stand up. There we go. Good boy. There's a lovely male. Thinks a lot of himself, no doubt about that. So anyway, he's down. The next one I'm getting is, let me go for a female this time. I think it's a grey female I've got. Is that the grey female? Yes, it's the grey female. Nice little dog. And again, we look at the standing here, and we're looking at conformity. Nice little female. Easy to handle. Again. Pretty well balanced. I'm happy with her. She's keen on doing things without being over the top. That's our grey female. Yeah, my little darling. And who's next? And now we have the dark blue male. I think he's the same size, maybe a little bit bigger than the red one, but definitely more docile and easier to handle than the red. But he's a lovely looking fella. And again, when we're looking at conformity, etc., which one stands out to you? Which one is the pick of the litter? Because there's not much difference between them. At the moment, this is the biggest one that I've got on the table. Temperament wise, he's very easy, nice and gentle. As I say, the red one is a little bit feisty. And then we've got our orange female, and she's probably the most docile of them all. She's very, very gentle. She's quick to learn. She's discreet. And no matter what I'm doing, she was just by my feet. She's always by your feet. She's just there. She's not pushy. She's just there all the time. She's a lovely little thing. Very keen, very eager to work, but very, very discreet in the way she does things. She doesn't look for attention. She's just there. So that's my little orange one. And then what have I got here? Let's have a volunteer, please. I've seen you before. And grey. So we've got our light blue male, and he's reasonably discreet. Probably the most discreet of the males as well. He's always just hanging about. He's easy to work with, easy to handle, as you can see. That's just a nice male. And as I say, the extreme one would be the red. He's the most out there. He's got his own mind about things. Can be a little bit stubborn with things, whereas just a little bit more discreet about things and a little bit more accepting on things. And all the other males are basically like that, to one extent or another. So then, if you remember, this is our red female, and she was, as I said, the most vocal of all the puppies, the most excitable of all the puppies. So that's what we've been working on with her, conditioning that excitement level. She's still You can gear her up very, very quickly, but she doesn't build and build and build now. She gets to a plateau that we can work with. It doesn't get out of control anymore. Can't change the DNA in the dog, but we can condition the way it comes out, and that's what we've done. And as a breeder, what we're using is imprinting right at the beginning, so that I become as important, or if not more important, to the puppies as the mother. And by 2 weeks I am equally as important to the puppies, and by 3 weeks I am more important than the mother to the puppies. And then we're using conditioning, etc., etc., recognizing those character traits in the dog, the strong points, the weak points, and bringing out the best in those points, strengthening the strengths, as it were. And come on, I need someone else. I need someone else. I do. They've all disappeared. Yeah. So, we want, who should we do now? Oh, we're doing, I think that's the dark green. So we've got the dark green up here now. Up, up, up. Up. Yeah, I know you want to get down now. Yes, we've had enough. Yes, stay there, stay. So, and as I say, when it comes to pedigree, everybody wants to get down now, we're all playing. I think they're missing out on something. So as I say, when it comes to pedigree breeding, what we're looking for is, or what pedigree breeding is about 3 things really. It's about the health, it's about the conformity, and it's about the temperament. And the temperament is important because we have to live with the dog. So we need, especially in today's society, we need our dogs. Oh, there goes the camera. We need a dog to be able to, we need to be able to live with our dogs in modern society. And that's the laws, etc., etc., that come in, make it harder and harder to actually live with your dog. The restrictions on leads, etc., etc. So we need dogs that are relatively easy to handle. This is a pedigree dog, so we have a standard, so we have to do conformity. That has to be built in as well, because without conformity we no longer have a pedigree. So that's equally as important. And then on top of that, we also have health. We have to live with a dog. We want our dogs to be healthy and have long, good lives, not beset with problems all their lives. So those are the 3 things that are equally as important. I don't value one over the other. Without conformity, I'm no longer a pedigree breeder. Without the health, well, I don't have a kennel. And without the temperament, again, I don't have a kennel. We've got problems. So those 3 things are equally as important when it comes to pedigree breeding. And if we're doing it properly, what we end up with is consistency. A litter that is consistent. Which is the pick of the litter? They're the same. There's not much difference between them. There are slight things. There's difference in temperaments, slightly. There's slight difference in the ear set, maybe the tail carriage. Very, very slight differences in the way they carry themselves. And then, as I say, the temperament and the health results hopefully will all be good. The parents are screened, etc., etc. We know what we're doing. We've been doing this for a long, long time now. So in that respect, we know what we're doing. So that's our video at 6.5 weeks. We're building up now for our puppy test. Last few days have been lousy weather, so we haven't done any videos, and I apologise for that. But on the other hand, we've had a lot of visitors, so for the sociability and all that, everything is going very, very well. So this is the light blue male, and this is the last one for today. But that's what pedigree breeding is about. It's about 3 things, those 3 things. Health, conformity, and temperament, and they're all equally as valid. And in today's world, we actually have governments and kennel clubs favourising one thing, that's health. Health's important, no doubt about it, but you can't favorise any of those things over the other. As soon as you do, you get problems. The reason the government and the European Union have come in regarding the health is because breeders have favoured conformity over health. So we have our problem. But as soon as you start, and because it's easier to do that, it's harder to breed for all three. It's easier to breed for one thing. Anybody can breed for one thing. And the laws that are coming in are going to decimate pedigree breeding. They're going to decimate temperament as well. And then we're going to have big problems. And initially, health results are going to go up, which is a good thing, and then they're going to fall down, because once you get to the top, where can you go? One way, down. And pedigree breeding is not about that. It's about middle ground, middle ground, middle ground. That is what pedigree breeding is about. And that is my rant and video for the day.